So this is a storytelling video about a long distance relationship which I'm dealing with behind the scenes. So these people met online. They met during the TikTok matching thing that I do. It's been a while now. I'm talking about 2 years plus when they met. These are the type of people I've met before I even started doing it publicly on TikTok. But what happened is that the girl is in Africa somewhere and the guy is here in the UK. Right. So everything was going okay. They were so much in love. The girl eventually got married. All right. So she got married in Africa somewhere there. And the guy is the one who is always going there. He's always going there. So the girl asked me, I said, Coach, I don't understand this guy. He is the one who is always traveling here. Sometimes I also want to come there because I'm not now married. He's now my husband. So I don't understand why he's not letting me, visit as well. So ladies, it's not going to be as easy as what you think. All right? There's so many things that you need to establish. Some of these guys, they just love the idea that they've got another woman somewhere in Africa. They love that. They feel good about that. Okay? They just love the fact that there's another woman somewhere who is just waiting for them. And they love that arrangement is good for them. They love it. Long distance relationship is not for the faint-hearted. All right? It's not for the faint-hearted. Okay? You have to be ready for it. It has its own challenges. Does it work? Yes, it works, depending on the strategy that you've used. So this is a story time video, guys. Get your popcorns. We're gonna talk, okay? There is a story which is happening behind the scenes, and I thought I have to share this. And the person who is involved in it has given me the permission to share it without mentioning names. So here we go. So these people met through the program that I normally do. It's a while now, okay? Things were going so good, right? They were going so good. And then the guy went back to Africa. I'm not going to mention the country. The guy went to Africa and things were going on okay. They got married. Can you imagine? Yeah, they got married. And things were going good. They even did the lobola, in Africa, they do this like a party kind of thing. I had one before, yeah. It's a kind of party where people wear the same kind of dress and they call them their lobola squad. So the problem now, this girl approached me. She was like, Coach, this man, I'm now his wife, but he's never invited me to the UK so that I would at least see where he lives. I'm not talking of relocating to stay, but just visiting. She says there's a time when I asked the guy, instead of you coming here, can I come there? The guy was like, no, I actually want to come home. Yeah, I want to come home because, he's got other projects as well. The African men, they've got projects. They run projects. If you know, you know, right? They do run projects. So there was a project that he wanted to come and see. So he was supposed to go back home to the project and then see the woman at the same time. But then, these men, there's something they need to establish. Some of them, they just love the feeling that they've got a woman in Africa who they call their wife. And they can go there anytime. And if you're not careful, they'll give you a baby to match, a baby. So you've got get pregnant, get a baby, so that you can actually seal the relationship, right? But this is not the issue with this one. This one is not. The guy wanted the baby. The girl was no. I want to have my baby in the UK. I said, yeah, you did well. She said she doesn't want a baby in Zimbabwe. Well, it's Zimbabwe. That's where the guy is from. So I've just mentioned, you don't want the guy in Zimbabwe, the baby in Zimbabwe. She wants the baby in the UK. All right. So there you go. Now, I was asking her, is this guy really divorced? Is he really single? Because the countries that we come from, people can manipulate the system and people come up with marriage certificates that are not even genuine. You need to find out, is this guy really divorced? Because what happens with women here in the UK, some of them, if they know that this man thinks is very wise and stuff, they refuse to actually cancel the divorce. They will hold on to the divorce, which means this guy cannot get married legally. Okay? You can have all these fake weddings and stuff. So these are things you need to establish. Establish, ladies. Establish. Is he really divorced legally? If he shows you a divorce certificate, is it a genuine divorce certificate? Because you don't want to marry someone. Because what happens is that if you've got your marriage certificate in Africa, it only works there. It cannot work in the UK because in the UK, there's a woman here who is married to that guy. So these are things that we need to figure out. We need to figure that out. Don't allow anyone to go and pay the lobola thing before you even know that he's divorced, because you will be a second wife, and a second wife sometimes I don't know whether you can be you will be able to be joining your husband here because you need to be legally. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that will work if there's another woman in the picture who is legally married to this guy, even if they live apart. The fact that they live apart is not is not a problem. The issue is they still live apart, but their marriage certificate still stands. They're still married. Okay? They can tell you, they'll give you all the beautiful names. We are separated for 5 years, for 10 years, but as long as that paper still is not cancelled, they are still husband and wife. Okay? So now she's saying, I'm tired. I don't know where this is heading. Okay. It appears like the guy just is loving that arrangement because he's not planning to bring anybody here. Because if he's going to do it, then I'm going to respect him. This video is not to discourage other guys who have brought their women here in the UK. I want to congratulate you guys. You are good. If you have been in Zimbabwe or in Africa or in any country where you're from and your man has paid all that money, all the immigration fees and everything to bring you over to the UK, that man loves you. I want you to put some respect on that man's name because he deserves it. It's not easy, it's not cheap. I don't understand why someone would want to be in a long-term relationship with you, because the thing is, we want to be together. That's the most important thing. Together. You need to close that gap. All right? When is that going to happen? Because the whole idea is for you to work towards being together. Don't allow that relationship to keep going. And you realize some men, because they've got that ego, they won't tell you that they're struggling financially. Or if it's a money issue, some of them, they will tell you to contribute. You have to pay for your immigration fees and stuff because they may be struggling. Then I'm not going to comment on that. It's up to you if you want to do that. Okay? It's up to you if you want to do that, because at the end of the day, you're husband and wife, so you help each other. Okay? So this is the issue that is going on right now. So I'm thinking, ladies, we need to be wise sometimes when we are in these long-term relationships, and refuse to go into certain kind of contracts like this lobola thing, where you are now married and you don't even know whether this man wants to be with you long term, or maybe he just wants you to keep you as an African wife, the second wife who is based in Africa. You don't know. Because if he's that reluctant to bring you over here, there's someone here. He's comfortable. He's loving the freedom of having two women. One in Africa, one in another continent, one in another continent. Even if you call him on a video call, it's different from being together. Come on, guys. Men spend time with the woman they love. Okay? They spend time with the women they value in their lives. They will make sure they've created time to be with them. But if you're not in the picture, what are you doing in that relationship? You're just having your time wasted, right? You're allowing it. And if you allow it, they will make it so. Yeah. They'll keep on wasting your time, wasting some more. Okay? So, what's the way forward? You need to have serious talks with him. Is he intending to bring you over to the UK, or your relationship is going to be just living apart? If it is going to be just living apart, then you have to make a decision. If he's planning to bring you over here as the wife, you need to come up with a date, and you have to put that the date that's what you're going to be working towards. Sorry guys. You have to be working towards that. Don't allow it to be dragged and keep on going without you knowing where you're going. You're just wasting your time. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know more about long distance relationship, there's a video that I'm going to pin here. Watch it. There's a lot of videos as well about relationships. It gives you a little bit of wisdom on how you can handle some other issues. Okay? So, in the meantime, I just say cheer up if you're in that situation. Make sure you're getting ready to have serious talks with this guy and establish where you're heading and when you're going to be husband and wife living under one roof. If it's not going to happen, then you have to make a decision. Okay? It doesn't matter what has happened. It doesn't matter. But if it is not going to happen, you're not going to be having a relationship with someone who lives in a different continent and you're not even seeing them. You see them once a year, twice a year. That is not healthy. That relationship is not going to be sustainable long term. You take care. I hope you've been helped. See you in my next video. Bye for now, guys. Bye.